Welcome to my weekly essential oil class. My name is Alicia Hashem, and I'm so excited to share this moment in time with you and explore nature's solutions. So today I'm going to be talking with you about children's health, and children's health is so important to me because I'm a child of the 80s, and so my parents took us to McDonald's, and we just didn't really have principles of nutrition in our household. And I noticed my family really struggling with a lot of health issues, and myself included. And it was a really hard thing because the option was to go to the doctor. And that was just not a good solution for me because I would have a bad reaction to the synthetic medications. And it just seems like the doctors always want to have surgery and, do things where it's like, oh, just cut it out. It doesn't work. And it's like, but wait, why doesn't it work? Like, and my curious mind always wanted to go, well, why doesn't it work? And what can I do to improve that function? And so I got started on this pathway to health, and thankfully I've been able to turn my life around in so many ways. And just over the years, anytime a health concern has arisen, I can reach for these amazing plants. But I still just imagine how amazing it would have been if I could have had access to this as a child when I was growing up. And children are the future. That's the longevity of our family line and the generations to come. And, rather than hold, messages of unhealthy foods, like, kids love soda. They always want to drink things that have like aspartame and high fructose corn syrup. And, sometimes it's hard to get the kids the nutrition that they need, but they need that health because that's our valuable hope for the future. And so children need even more nutritional support than adults do because they're growing and developing. And children are continually learning. And so because of that, they have strong nutritional demands. And so 80% of nutritional intake for children is what helps their brain function. So I'm going to look at my list of statistics here because I've taken some children's health seminars in the past. So I have some really great notes that I'm sharing with you. And basically our standard American diets, and even, in other countries as well, do not support the nutritional demands for children. And so we want to begin any kind of support, especially, nowadays it makes me so sad when kids get prescribed those pills for their, ADD, ADHD, and all these things. And it's like, oh my goodness, no, don't put the kids on those crazy drugs. Like, are they going to just take that for the rest of their lives? And so when we look at how to help the future generations be as healthy as possible, then we begin with multivitamins and nutrition. And the issue with buying multivitamins at the grocery store is that most of those are synthetic vitamins, and the body absorbs only 50% of synthetic nutrients. And so we need nutrients from natural sources. And so unfortunately, also there's a lot of those vitamins like the Flintstone vitamins that contain aspartame, and they have sucrose, and those are not healthy for the brains of children. And so the other thing about the Flintstone and those synthetic vitamins is they contain hydrogenated oils. And so there is a healthy alternative to giving your kids a whole food multivitamin. And I actually have it here. I don't have any kids in my house, but I guess I'm a big kid. And I've been taking the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack vitamins for so many years and having amazing results on my health. So I actually keep the kids' vitamins in my cupboards too. And they're really yummy. It's like eating candy. This thing has superfoods like pineapple, pomegranate, spirulina, beets, broccoli. It comes in brown rice, spinach. The turmeric is in here, and there's all the vitamins from A to Z as well. So they taste delicious. They do not taste gross. To me, this is like candy. It's strawberry flavored. And so I just like to pop a couple of these myself, even though I'm not a kid. And when kids are around, I always give them one of them. And they're really yummy. They even put like little smiley faces. And so with this bottle, it says to give children 4 years old and older, take 2 tablets to support their dietary needs. And they can just chew them up, and even if they were younger than that, you could probably smash it up in a little smoothie or a blender for them. And so they need these vitamins and minerals, and they need them to be in a whole food base. So you always want to make sure that they have that base of brown rice, broccoli, the pineapple or mango. There's grapeseed extract. So they use this whole food support because it has enzymes in it. So these vitamins are a wonderful source of metabolic enzymes, and they don't have any gluten or anything like that. The other thing that I think is really great to have is this On Guard toothpaste. And so this is worth trying out with your kids because it's fluoride free, and you really want to keep the fluoride free options in mind when it comes to kids, because the fluoride can really negatively affect the brain, and you don't want that for the little ones. And so this has natural enzymes in here and all natural ingredients and essential oils. It's a tooth whitening formula as well. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And so one thing that you want to remember with kids is that they don't get greens in their diet. Some kids are good about eating fruits and veggies, but a lot of kids just aren't getting their daily needs met. And, the other thing you want to consider is that even if your kids are eating lots of fruits and vegetables, many of those foods have the nutrients bred out of them. We have so many genetically engineered seeds, and even the soils are oftentimes not as cared for, and we've used different species of plants than what we ate in our Paleolithic diet in the past. So we're not receiving all of the support that we need from nutrition. And so one of the things that I keep in the cupboard, and this is another great one that can be shared with kids, is this Terra Greens green drink. And this has all the green foods like kale, dandelion greens, spinach powder, parsley powder, collard greens, broccoli, cabbage, alfalfa. There's a whole juice blend, wheatgrass, pineapple juice, guava, cherry, and they have even some essential oils in this. And there's a whole bunch more. I'm not reading the whole thing, but they put it in this stevia extract. And so it has a sweet flavor to it that's, makes it easier to digest. So you can make, delicious smoothies. Like what I usually do is use tropical fruits, such as pineapple or mango, and then berries are another great addition, and some bananas, and you just have something. The other thing I'll use is the trim shake. It's a protein shake, and then you just have this wonderful dessert that you can give to your kids, and that way they can get their daily intake of their greens in their diet. And so it's hard or the reason why you want to get them to do that is because of the healthy intestinal flora that will be built in their digestive tract by consuming the things like broccoli and spinach and wheatgrass. And so this stuff has all been proven to help rebuild that good intestinal flora. And in doing so, it's going to reduce the bad intestinal flora as well. And so this is just a wonderful way to support your child's needs as whether it comes to their brain health or immune support or just daily keeping them really strong and healthy. So in addition to the chewable vitamins, you'll want to make sure that you grab this bottle of IQ Mega. And you can get them in a pack together. They're a really good price. And so this is an omega-3 essential fatty acid supplement, and they extract the like fish smell or the fish flavor, and they make it taste like wild orange. It's really yummy. And so the reason why that you want to give this to them is because it's going to support their healthy brain growth. And so the properties of the oils and the DHA and the EPA that are in here, they help the proper growth of the nervous system. They help with all of the muscular development and the neural functioning of the brain. It helps with the cardiovascular health. And the oils in the fish are also known to support their eye health and the growth of their brain and their teeth and just all of the development of the head. And so, you know, once again, it's really hard to get that amount into their diet naturally with what's available to us. So the supplementation is really great. I actually take the chewable and this one at the same time, and just kind of take this and then follow it up with a chewable, and it's like having a little treat. And so that's kind of your main foundation of support with the kids. And in addition to that, we also have to keep in mind that throughout the school year, keeping the kids healthy is a problem because they're exposed to everyone else and all the germs and everything. And so we have some great solutions for that. On Guard essential oil is basically one of the number one oils to have at home in case of those emergency situations. And I love to take this one internally, and thankfully with doTERRA oils, they're the only edible oils that you can use like this. So for me, I just take a dab, and it's like a boost. And that's all you need is a little dab. It's like gum times 1,000. You can also add this to a tea, but the thing you have to be careful is On Guard is a hot and spicy oil. So for kids, it can cause sensitivity to the skin. So if you do need to apply it topically, apply it to the bottoms of their feet. That's a really great place. The skin is not as sensitive there. And you can make sure to dilute it with fractionated coconut oil. In the case of where you really want to protect their immune system, if they've been under threat in any way, you can apply it to the spine and just make sure to dilute it. And it's a great preventative that way. And so this is a really great way to protect them from, you know, all those threats that they come into contact with and all those crazy microbes out there. And one of the things that I also do with this is diffuse it. So anytime someone in the house feels like they're coming down with something, we just immediately get the On Guard flowing. And it really seems to just keep everyone in balance if you catch it, you know, right at the moment. Those oils are just a lifesaver. Other oils that kids really like are the citrus oils. They're really yummy. And the great thing about those is they help with vitamin C uptake, and they also help boost the mood and the neurological health. So you can, you know, add some to their water, and instead of having them drink soda, you can make essential oil sodas. And one of the things that I'll do is I'll add citrus bliss to sparkling water with a little bit of agave nectar. And it tastes like orange dreamsicles. It's the most delicious drink. And I've also done this with cinnamon too. So instead of Coca-Cola, and cinnamon is one of the ingredients in that, just make your own flavored sodas for your kids, because, you know, drinking soda is one of the leading causes of obesity and the diabetic issues, pre-diabetic issues. So make your own, you know, natural beverages. And that's one of the things I love to do with the oils. I always have like cocktail hours, but we don't have alcohol in them. We just use the oils and get a natural buzz that way. Okay, so let's see, what else do I want to share with you before I open up the space to you? Oh yeah, there's a few more oils. So In Tune is another really great one. So this is going to help for those children that are, you know, pretty active and maybe have some issues with focusing or paying attention. and listening. I mean, what kid doesn't nowadays? There's so much to distract and to occupy. And so many kids really love this blend in tune, and it looks like my bottle is like empty. I actually just shared it with one of my kid friends a couple days ago. But what you want to do is you rub this on the back of the ears, right here on the bones behind the ears, and on the back of the neck, just right at the base of the spine, kind of on the back neck. And then you make sure you rub it in, otherwise the oil will just evaporate. And then this is going to help the brain improve its concentration. And I love using this oil for work myself, but I also know many mothers who send this to, to school with their kids in their backpack, just in case they feel like they're getting a little antsy or fidgety. They can, stay focused on their priorities. And last but not least, lavender is basically like the #1 oil to use with kids because it can be used for everything, whether it's an owie spray by just adding a couple drops to a spray bottle. Usually a glass spray bottle is best. You can spray it if there's been any abrasions or any kind of injuries, and then burns, scrapes. I mean, kids are always hurting themselves. And so, it's great to have this bottle on hand because you just apply it to the skin and it has a wonderful rejuvenating effect. And it's also great for many kids to help calm down. So if they're bouncing off the walls, you can just kind of swipe them on the back of their neck as they run by. And it's amazing to just watch the transformation. I've also done this with balance oil or vetiver oil in extreme cases, where they're maybe just getting too out of control. And so this is really great to diffuse or just get it into the air and get everyone to calm down and stay focused together, maybe get more restful. So I know we have some moms on the call today, and parents, and moms and dads. And so I'd love to open up the space to you and just hear about your questions or hear about your experiences.